Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update.
I've always believed that finance is a subject which is very technical. It requires grey matter to understand. These products are for lifelong. They are not like any soap or toothbrush which sort of use and throw. These have implications beyond one's lifetime also. My name is Gaurav Jain. I graduated as an MBA Finance from NLDIMSR in the year 2008. Dalmia and Finance was a natural choice to my undergraduation, which I did in BMS from Chennai Institute of Management. However, getting into sort of BMS and MBA was more a process of elimination where I didn't want to do science and engineering after my SSC. So that is how I ended up doing MBA. From MBA, I got the opportunity placed with B&K Securities right from the campus. There I worked for about a decade, post which I got a bigger and a different role and opportunity with Motilal Oswal, where I'm currently working as a Senior Group Vice President, part of their institutional equity sales team. The reasons for picking up NLDIMSR as my preferred choice for an MBA in finance were multifold. First one and most important was its stature of a near center of excellence in finance. Second was the academic rigor that it offers as part of their course. Third was their unmatched placement record. Lastly was the ROI on the placements, wherein the fees and the first check that you get in terms of annual salary was quite favorable compared to the other institute. If I can add one more thing, which I think in benefit of hindsight was the availability of full-time faculty here, which was always available for you to discuss new things, concepts which you wouldn't have got clarified in the classroom. I think a lot of things changed between when I entered NLDIMSR to when I exit, but prominent among them would be the extrovertness which I sort of got when I was doing projects on the campus, team projects, individual projects. I think a lot of clarity came in my way of thinking about finance concepts, which otherwise are difficult to comprehend, but were able to get simplified with the help of examples, with the help of assignments that I was doing. We got extensive sort of training with respect to our classroom sessions, assignment in every aspect of finance, be it derivatives, banking, equity research, investment banking, and so on and so forth. I think the interest developed around equities from the institute, wherein I got really fascinated by this concept of equity research, valuing companies, understanding businesses. Luckily, at that point in time, I also got an opportunity to work in equities. So it married quite beautifully in that sense. At Motilal Oswal, where I am the Senior Group Vice President for their institutional equities business, I work as part of their institutional sales desk, handling the Asia desk. My role requires me to do a couple of things. First is to manage their existing client base in Hong Kong, wherein I'm managing some of their biggest relationships. Deepening that relationship is part of a key part of my sort of day-to-day activity. Second is developing new geographies for them, wherein regions like Taiwan, Korea, Australia, Japan are some markets that I've been responsible for building the client base for Motilal. On a day-to-day basis, what this means is simply sort of demystifying the Indian equity market for these foreign investors, presenting to them best investment ideas and best of India, I would say, to them on a day-to-day basis is what I do. If one were to look at Indian equities or equity markets in general, I think the career options have expanded from the time when I started off almost 12-13 years back. You have your natural choices of working with any broking firm, which is a retail or an institutional broking firm. The logical extension to that is wealth management, which is again an upcoming field in India. The third and most related sort of aspect to this is mutual funds, wherein I would say this whole equitization of savings have sort of taken over, and that has become like a big thing into markets. Then related to equities, there is this entire stream of derivatives, wherein you can work either for a broking firm or for a prop desk. Then there is another line of sort of career options that have opened up, and they have just really proliferated, I would say, in the last few years, is on the buy side, where people managing money. Apart from the traditional mutual funds and insurance, there is AIF, there are family offices. All of these are offering various options to anyone who wish to make a career into equities in India at this point in time. FII is hunting for yields coming to emerging market, where India is a natural choice given the growth is on offer, the young population, so many reforms that are taking place, and so on and so forth. So I think the excitement around investment into India from FIIs is probably at its peak. I think this year we will already have seen FII flows highest ever in probably the history. So this is real as we speak. I would say as an employer, what we are looking at is, I think, three things: mindset, skill set, and tool set. Skill set, very well they are equipped with, given their MBA schools, whatever they are doing on their own. The tool set is somewhere they are very well aware of, are required on their job recruiting. It's the mindset, I think, which requires that fine tuning, which is where I would say the mismatch is in terms of employer and employee expectations. When I say mindset, I would want to break it down into attitude towards learning, ability to be flexible, ability to do things in a way where they are also taking risks so that they achieve more than what they sort of intend to. And I would say this inability of delayed gratification. I mean, if that is something, everybody wants results instant, which I think is something which in the corporate world is still not equipped or accustomed to. There are many moments, I would say, and I could candidly remember or vividly remember 2-3 moments which came across as life-changing from an MBA when I was here at NLDIMSR for the 2 years. But one that I distinctly remember now is we used to have this open house after our semester exams, wherein all the students used to sit together in an auditorium, and our director used to announce the top 10 rankers as well as subject rankers. And my division, the division D, was not very popular amongst the faculties in terms of seriousness towards academics and stuff. Managed to actually secure a lot of these positions of subject toppers, in fact overall toppers also. And I happened to be the topper for overall subjects. So this entire aspect of being an underdog and then performing as on the top of as a top dog, I would say, has remained with me all through in my corporate career, where I'm working with people from Ivy League schools, big foreign MBA institute, IIMs, but has never sort of given any sort of doubts to me about my ability, about my knowledge of finance and equities. And I think that is a career-changing moment in that light. So essentially, I think the careers in finance will revolve around basic tenets of the world of finance, which is income, expenses, savings, and investments. What you will have from here on, in my view, is the superimposition of technology in each of these aspects. Additionally, for professionals in India, I think a lot of these big trends will continue, wherein traditional avenues of savings like gold and real estate will give way to mutual funds and to exotic financial sort of products. As part of this financialization of saving, you will have equitization of saving, where people will realize the power of equities and they would want to invest into equities as a longer term means of creating wealth, wherein careers in wealth management, into broking, into mutual funds, prop asset management, and all of those will sort of culminate into. All of these at the very basic will require students with strong academic background and very strong communication skills. I've always believed that finance is a subject which is very technical. It requires grey matter to understand. These products are for lifelong. They are not like any soap or toothbrush which sort of use and throw. These have implications beyond one's lifetime also, like insurance and credit cards and stuff. It'll remain a core in that light. Technology will make it interesting. I think as we speak, I think career options in fintech, lending, P2P, SME lending, all of those will open up avenues for people to not only provide these services to the needy, but also creates humongous job opportunities for students coming out of B schools with strong financial knowledge and very good communication skills in mind.